Well, thank you very much there to the desk. Ended on dolphin noises, Henry. What do you make of that?
I like that. It's a good analogy, I think, considering that it's kind of the noise I'm hearing in the back. It's like, that's sort of like a dolphin.
Carries well underwater.
Yeah, exactly.
Can communicate with other mammals down there. Yeah, they're supposed to be intelligent too, dolphins. So
yeah, I would imagine so. There's a few other facts to know about dolphins, but we'll move on.
Okay.
We are going to have Nuke next, which doesn't bode out a lot of complexity, but they were one of the few teams that came close to beating Astralis on this map at a best of one. I think it was back at the London Major. Maybe something else I'm thinking of. They had a good game. I don't think they play at least. Rushing ramp. Alex will get the first kill. Obo goes down. Oh, the team kill comes in, but they're pulling some frags back now. 3 versus 1 death. Pretty handy with the pistol, but I don't think you'll be finding a bunch with this.
That was really aggressive, wasn't it? A little bit chaos in the middle of all of that. I think Complexity technically had the positions. I just think they weren't mentally ready for things to be moving that quickly. It did really look to me like they were in all right position for it. They couldn't react. So, Vitality picking off well. I would say they have a good shot, Vitality, of taking Nuke.
Oh, the force spine response. We are going to see the scouts come out the CZs. Dust 2, this is very possible. Nuke, not so much, Anders. Like, this is one of those rounds where, unless you get a quick kill with the scout, or at least some damage, I don't think there's much chance. But the smoke helps them out. ShahZaM has bought them some time, but I feel like the Molotov deep, they'll just push through this. They know they can challenge that angle together. He hasn't got the firepower to really do much about it. And they'll just fall back. This is nice from Vitality. Just showing a lot of presence towards lower. He's going to force a lot of rotations. And they're going back in towards main entrance. Rickeh, 5-7. He'll get one. Oh, and a second. I like that. It's all falling apart. Rickeh's done so well here. Oh, my goodness. Well, there you have it. The force buy does work out. They keep 4 players alive. Perfect.
And a shout out to the 5-7 that we don't see nearly enough. That was amazing. I mean, that corner is pretty regularly Molotov from the squeak door. I don't know if the player there had a Molotov. I wasn't quick enough to see them. But we're still waiting on the smoke replay from the earlier Nuke, Henry. So I won't ask for more. We'll keep it cool for now.
We've had enough replays today.
No. We're just
getting started.
We'll get that one out of the way, and then we'll figure it out. Third round coming up here. A little bit of damage exchanged. But Rickeh, he just absolutely took that round back. Amazing stuff.
Yeah, the 5-7. We don't see many massive moments from it these days, but Rickeh, he really is showing us what he's made of. Like, I'm so impressed of his return to form in this rifle role. Like, I wasn't super impressed of it earlier in the year, but this has been convincing throughout this tournament. Alex will get a kill on death, or at least I think he will. There it is. 4-on-2. This doesn't look like this force buy is going to work out for them whatsoever. Alex, RPK, MP9, PT50. Mirage is third, remember?
Wow.
What that is. Oh my god. Close the door. Yeah, you've got a chance to win this now. RPK might have stolen the round away, Anders. They've got an AK.
Stealing it right back on there.
They're flashing each other. Oh, it's Obo.
It's Obo.
Nuke's confusing sometimes.
Well, he's going to open up the door right away. He has to almost just go for this one. Like, has to be a little bit crazy. Spending a lot of time. They're going to get into pretty good positions here now. Flanking him through RPK with 2 kills with the P250 and then setting his team up for this kind of a victory. And they're going to get the kill on RPK with a triple.
I don't even know how to explain that.
They got robbed, didn't they?
Yeah, it was, what, 4-on-2 with an MP9 and a P250. And somehow, some way, RPK, we need to replay that, that's for sure. Let's get the replay team focusing. Get off them off the smoke for now. Let's go back to the action. Look at that P250 play towards Squeaky Door. That was godlike.
Yeah, really out of control.
Yeah, P250's decent for a kill, but like a double kill, like especially the second play, I think he had full health. He just absolutely rinsed him. They will force buy back. The war of attrition continues.
Yeah, and that, I mean, it's going to put so much pressure back on Complexity. They probably thought they had like a little bit of a, time to rest and just get into this second map, but RPK making sure the pressure is going to stay on them here. Round number 4 starting out. It's UMP, it's that 5-7 back on Rickeh, it's the Max 7 and the MP9. Just got everything. Good bit of diversity in the weaponry. And setting up the Org, I think that's a great position to have the Org in. He could maybe do a lot. I think they're actually walking his way. There might be a chance. Maybe for ShahZaM. Oh, he's getting close. Unscoped. They're all right in front of him. This is going to be nearly impossible. Yeah, he goes down. Oh, if he had waited... I mean, he couldn't have known that, but if he'd waited scoped up like that, might have been a big chance for a kill and a quick escape.
Well, this could be a very difficult round now. Apex lurking towards lower. It's Alex with the second frag, then a flurry of them fly in. It's going to leave poor old Obo. A 1-on-4 situation. He's only got a UMP. Remember, you can see. Thank you for bringing the money. You can see it's actually going to affect them dramatically. It'll be a 3-1 lead for Vitality. Rickeh coming up next. And down he goes. MBK seals the deal. It should be 4-1. You can't really do much of this at all. You're going to have to take this full eco. You can't really invest anything. Like maybe Obo on 3k can get a deagle, but is it worth it?
I mean, it's unlikely you're going to find... You have to rotate around a lot, you know? Like, get one yard, run somewhere else, pick up another one. It has to be sort of like a very dynamic round. He does get the deagle, so it wouldn't be... it would be fun to see if he could be very sort of... Yeah, a little bit mobile with it. I feel like standing still and waiting for a long time, that probably is not going to be the answer, in my opinion. He does have it inside of the A-bomb site, so... Vitality already probably thinking there are no grenades at all. I mean, they probably could guess some of the economy anyway, but just the fact that there nothing happens like this, that's a big tell already. Man, a great start for Vitality here on the second map.
Well, they had to work for it, right? 4-on-2 when you're on eco, they won the round. Like, it's not like they were gifted this. RPK, we've been saying he's been a little bit quiet this tournament, but that was probably one of the most important rounds he's had so far here in London.
Yeah, that was wild, wasn't it? Sneaking in, catching dephh back in CT spawn. He had a USP as well, so hard to imagine that much could happen. Ooh, damage, a lot of damage. 99, in fact, on ZywOo. That deagle's still in there, but the bomb has made its way down lower, so they've got a big stack against not really that much. And they're going to find out pretty soon that the clockers run out. When those windows go, you know.
That's when you know.
That's the big tell, isn't it? It even says you're only supposed to break them in case of emergencies. So
well,
kind of violating some of that.
Yeah. I think this is okay.
Yeah, there's the count. Got to get the job done.
One way or the other.
I mean, I guess the police have technically shown up. I don't know if they can stop any window breaking.
The rules go out the window at that point.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Clean finish. Only giving away one kill. ZywOo on 1. RPK at 50. So they came close to getting a couple more, but not quite. By next round, we'll still be... They're only going to get $2,400 under. So you can see they're all about 2k right now. So the AWP's not really possible. I suppose it is. Obo will have like pretty much exactly enough. But I don't think he'll be buying it. They're going to have a really laboured round going forward. It's going to be 4-1 Vitality and a difficult gun run up next for Complexity. If you're just joining us, this could be the final map of the evening. Vitality just about got their way through Dust 2 after winning another eco. It was Complexity's game. I'm not even going to have anyone refute that because Complexity had that, it was done. In my opinion, it looked like they had it.
That B push was
and
huge.
then that eco win with the scout and everything like that, it just wrecked their game. They had no money after that. They couldn't get back into it. So yeah, it was Vitality winning 16-13 on Dust 2. And now moving on to Nuke. Complexity finding itself 4-1 down. As I said, it should be a pretty weak buy. They've got 5 rifles, no kits, no incendiaries. If I'm Vitality right now, I'm like doing a fast play towards up or something like that. As I will head towards outside. If they don't have incendiaries, you can read that. Like, you should be taking advantage of some upper presence with some crazy flashbangs and knowing you can't be Molotov'd out of position, but that will slow it right down.
It is a really powerful way. Like, it's so hard. Even when we have the rifles, it's almost like that isn't the defining factor. You're just going to have a hard
There's
time.
some really cool flashbangs. We saw Astralis doing them earlier. There's some crazy flashbangs. Just highlights right away with Molotovs on the huts as well. You combine those together when they've got no incendiaries. That's such a potent combination. What do we got here? Outside smokes. Like I said, we've been talking about this all day. You don't necessarily have to do the same play each time off the smokes. They are going to send 2 players down there. Rickeh. Oh yeah, don't want to extinguish that. It gives up your position. You don't have to extinguish it. So he wants to play the long game, go for a kill. It doesn't work out for him. Apex is on fire right now. Great shots.
Well, look. There's ShahZaM and Alex right next to each other. ShahZaM gonna get the kill. Really good follow-up here from Obo, but
that's the moment you bail out on that first kill.
Yeah, I think he got the damage in, but then the crate was sort of blocking him, and now Sick goes down, caught in the middle of the bomb site. That's maybe a little bit careless. It's gonna be 2 versus 3 with the bomb down.
They got a smoke, and they got 2 Molotovs as well. Smoke, Molotov, they bought himself a good 10 seconds there towards ramp, where nothing can really be done. They have no kits, remember. They can't afford to wait. If they Molotov towards ramp again, they're in a lot of trouble. Where's the Molotov coming through? They'll stick together for now, and this will give up complexity position. You better hope you throw this in the right place, dephh. No one there. They're making noise. They can't really be silent from it. No kits. ZywOo gets another at the second of the round, and dephh, I think he knows he can't win this at this stage. His bombs is getting too far gone, and he has no smoke. He has no chance, and lower bomb sight is a nightmare at the best of times. They're going to have $2,900 per player in the next round. They fully invested in this one. This is where things become really intense. One down on the CT side.
And I think we're seeing some of these things. I mean, like sort of Obo in the ramp is one thing, but then it's almost like Sick doesn't have like a good internal memory of the timing that it takes for them to get down there. So he's sort of like, I'm sure he wanted the setup to get ready for it or something like that, but that was a 3 versus 2 that they gave up there.
Yeah, there's been a lot of that today, and indeed the eco will come through. dephh saves the org, but they're still averaging around $3,000.
They are in a lot of trouble right now. Door does get blown open, and we'll see if they could do anything here. The one org, a couple of upgraded pistols, but it's not much to work with, is it? A little bit of shot coming through. That was outside. Apex winning the fight with dephh, who was, I think, trying to lurk around the smoke for at least a while. Looks like it could be a push-out squeak with a lot of people. Again, they kind of know that there's not much that... Oh,
hello.
Well, hold on there. ShahZaM picking up the kill, too.
We're
the
off.
Pistols have done it.
The 2 rounds they've won...
There's a guy right behind him. He's going to get knifed.
I was about to say, what's going on? I was trying to work out. We was up on the radar.
I said there's not much stopping, and then boom, 3 kills.
The 2 rounds they've won so far have both been ecos, Well, forced buy in the second round, and then the partial buy there. They are yet to win around on the guns, but it's still early days here. It's not the end of the world. Just pointing it out. But that's going to help them out. They've got another buy in hand now. So that's huge. Vitality be kicking themselves. That was a prime chance to really get an assertive lead. Smokes again outside. Apex is going to be the one to challenge, and ZywOo, he's going to hit this. Oh, the flash. He gets away. Apex was flashed too, I assume.
Yep, everybody was flashed, but he needs help right now, Apex. They need to commit to this, try and save Apex, or it's not going to work out. And yeah, I think they were sort of getting ready for it. A couple of people, actually a lot of people showing up. Practically the whole team showing up to help them, but they were just like 3 seconds late. Man, that's a big kill there. I do love the aggression from ShahZaM, though. I like that kind of a play, and he's great with the AWP. So you don't really want to question that too much, I think. But a little bit of backup a little bit earlier would have been amazing. Obo here in a position where he needs to get just 1 kill and get away. He can't really stay in the fight. He's going to get it, but he can't actually make it back around the corner. He did try, so and dephh goes down in the meantime. And Sick and Rickeh, 2 versus 4.
Yeah, things not getting any better for them. Just when they get around, win another pistol situation, you'd think, oh, that'll be enough. That will get them back in it, but they get absolutely trounced the next round again. Sick and Rickeh, no choice but to save their weapons. It's going to be 6-2, and we're getting to that point now where we can start out the conversation about complexity, not being able to get past Nuke yet.
Yeah, well, I think, they lose absolutely everything.
They do have decent money. They won the partial buy before, so there is a decent amount of residual cash, but it's not amazing. Like, you still got 2 players sub 3k, 3 of them in fact. So I think it's going to be more of the same partial buys. They've been great with these pistols, Anders. That's all I'm going to say. So maybe there's a chance.
I think if you're Complexity, I mean, think about the fact that you've made it, this far into play this best of 3. I think that in itself is kind of that's a cool storyline already, in my opinion. But it's these best of 3s, right? Like that's the next, in my opinion, the next building block for Complexity. Is like, how do you build a map pool that's deep enough that you're going to get at least one favorable map that you feel really good about, that maybe the other team doesn't, right? That would be the next level to try and get to. I'd say that's probably going to take a little bit of time to build still. 6-2, and round number 9 about to come up here. MBK did get caught by surprise, and I think he's the only one here. So yeah, backing off is a good idea. You don't want to stick around too long for that.
It's always quite scary, Complexity have these pistols. It always seems they sneak their way into strong positions at the perfect time.
Wow.
There's the first kill again. There's a reply. So not a snowball just yet. Oh dear.
Did he get blocked by 6?
It doesn't seem like they kind of don't look as assertive in these rounds. It's weird, and they just drop off one by one. I don't know how it keeps happening. Just do it. Just run a set piece if you know they've got pistols. Let's start doing that, shall we? Because the defaults just aren't working. You're getting 1D every time.
Yeah, spreading yourselves out thinly. You're out in the open in the yard. If anybody looks the wrong way, I mean,
so many angles, so many nooks and crannies to check. Right? Like, let's run a set piece from now on. When we know the Rickeh, let's agree we're just going to rush up out with. Well, smokes, flashes, Molotovs, everything, get out together.
I bet, Henry, if you shouted down on the stage, they could hear you maybe. Try and give him that advice.
There's a lot. They won 3 rounds now. The only 3 rounds they've got, all with pistols.
Yeah.
Maybe just play Deagle every round.
Alright, that's the idea. So Vitality, set pieces, Complexity, stay on the pistols.
Stay on those Deagles, man. It's working.
I think dephh, so he snuck through the smoke. I think Sick blocked him. I mean, not obviously intentionally, but I think they sort of bumped into each other inside of the smoke and he couldn't get out. It worked out fine anyway, so let's not belabor the point. So stay here.
Get a replay ready.
Get a replay.
Illustrate your point.
Of the smoke of that previous Nuke map. We've got a vote on
there is
Twitter.
A live vote going on Twitter and there's Twitter right now.
The community wants it, I'm just saying.
And they are angry. They want the replay.
I'm not trying to start some kind of revolution here, I'm just saying.
Give the people what they want.
Yeah.
It's simple.
Oh, that was scary.
This, I'll be impressed. I think he's got out. First gun round for Complexity on the cards here. Not if Apex has anything to do with it. 3 kills out of nowhere. Vitality pulling it back. ShahZaM, Secret Steps, Obo, top of heaven. There's a Molotov that's got his name on it though. We'll see if it comes into play. It's MBK that has in towards lobby right now. Oh, it's Sendry. That's going to give up his spot. Nice idea, but the bomb's already gone down. So RPK takes a bit of damage, sure. MBK really wants to get that Molotov towards heaven if he can. There it comes. Perfect. You can't extinguish it. Don't do it. Do not extinguish that. There you go. He was thinking about it, Anders. You can see it.
Yep.
I think his teammates are shouting, don't.
Yeah, it's just going to buy them even more time. They have another Molotov there, and ShahZaM, they're going to throw it down right then. Oh, it's a little bit too far, otherwise that would have been perfect. That might backfire. No, they're going to check it anyway. Smart play from Obo, and it's going to be the spray coming through. ShahZaM to pick it up. And you're absolutely right, Henry. Those extra seconds could have really bit them. I'm so excited that they checked that corner in spite of the fact that they'd thrown the Molotov, because that would have been such an easy mistake to make. Just you think it's fine, we've got it, we've Molotoved it.
Yeah. It was that was touch and go. If Obo threw that smoke, I'm pretty sure they lose that round. But he was calm. Whoever shouted to him, "Don't throw it," respect on that team. Yeah, this is his first tournament. Remember, he's 15 years old. Crazy talent, but he's going to have to be kind of molded into a top player. There's a lot of players out there that have that talent, and once they join a top team, that's when you see the most out of them. You see them maybe not have as many crazy moments, but they're playing better CS generally, right?
If they somehow made it through this match Complexity, then that's the ShahZaM we love, isn't it?
That's great.
That kind of a
They're back on their feet now.
Oh yeah. That could have been it, couldn't it? RPK though. And RPA is very low on health. So Sick will take him down. Still a 2-on-4. And it is looking good right now for Complexity. Now they need to take a deep breath. And they're actually sneaking up behind here. I think Apex is about to get shot in the... Oh, yeah, it's close by anyway. Rickeh coming in a little bit late. Apex getting that kill. He's way out in the middle of nowhere. And that'll be it. I was going to say, Henry, if they do make it to the stage in front of the crowd, what an experience that would be for Obo.
It would be an overwhelming one, I think.
Yeah.
Like, sure, he's on the stage right now. now, just to be clear, but obviously it's an empty stadium right now, right? So it's a very different vibe when you've got the crowd. To be fair, they've got dephh on their team, so the crowd here would be quite forgiving. I feel like they'd be on their side, but
think about how much the game changed.
Yeah, it does.
Footsteps,
you know, the sound of us bellowing through, you can you can feel that on your body, the bass almost as well. It's a very different environment.
You have to be prepared for people sometimes rushing much further than they normally would because you can't really hear them, so they take advantage of. There's so many little tricks on land like that that are really easily overlooked. So that'd be amazing. Oh, follow-up grenade will do it. Rickeh and Obo combining with 2 grenades to pick up that kill. Well, Henry, what do you make of this? You've got a new player on your team, talented obviously. Oh, hold on, we could see a bit of a spray down. That's going to be the one. Bond made his way down, so I guess they're committed to it.
So we go for the plan here. RPK will do what he can. The tank is in position, deploying the payload. Successful.
Nicely done. You have this new young kid on your team, 15.
Yep.
And you make him play ramp on Nuke.
Sure.
You kidding me?
You want your fastest aim is the player with the fastest reaction times. He's going to have headshots only available to him. He's got to be willing to fight and have the skill to back it up. So I don't mind it too much. It's not like the worst roles are ones you have to be caught in transition, right? You're like the backup player of B of Inferno. You've got to know from your comms, your teammates, where to be and how to back people up. Ramp, it's a very solo, lonely experience. You're just there most of the 80% of the half. You're by yourself and you're not playing for kills. You're just going for maybe one and dropping down. Occasionally an AWP will rotate out with you, but if you just need someone who's just going to focus on one job, that's fine by me. It's not necessarily a high pressure role. It just has to be played very correctly. You need to be patient and not overstep the mark.
I do feel like there's just so much riding on it,
oh yeah, absolutely. If you overstep that said mark, then it can be very problematic. But I'm sure he's a smart kid and he can work it out.
Trial by fire kind of thing then.
Exactly.
We've got going on. Well, I don't mind it. 6 versus 6 round. 6 for 6 at the scoreline, and 13th round coming up. Complexity kind of making a comeback after winning a bunch of pistols and weird rounds all around. We'll see if the game is going to stabilize a little bit here. I think even if Complexity get the next 3 in a row when it's 9-6, I think Vitality are going to be just fine anyway. I think they're going to be having a good time of it here on Nuke. So I would say Complexity, yeah, they're really the ones that need to buckle up and get back in the game. They did lose map number 1 as well. Complexity forced really far back.
I'm impressed from Complexity. The fact they won 4 rounds with Deagles and PT50s, and now they've actually tied things up. They could come back with 9-6 half. That wouldn't be too bad. That's recoverable. Yeah, it's taken a lot, but they've got here.
Nobody on the hut to receive that Molotov. Rickeh showing up there. A lot of flashbangs going to land on Sicky. Might be very lonely. dephh with the flank though. Every second counts, and Rickeh sneaking in to get that kill on NBK. Now where's that flank going to be going? They're low on health. The bomb making its way down. Oh, nice shot from Alex. But here's it. Here it is. Yep, dephh. Oh no, he's scoped up. I think you heard it. Alex still goes down. This round is all over the place.
Yeah, but it's Complexity with the man advantage. At least bomb goes down, and ZywOo will tie things up. RPK looked like he was dead for sure. Somehow they've got the man advantage now to be a 3-on-2. Apex and RPK low, and CT's not going to go for it. That round was back and forth. Difficult to really keep up with all the different narratives that were kind of unfolding in front of our eyes, and it will be dephh and sick with no choice but to fall back. Their money is weak again. They don't have the loss bonus. They will have a buy with these 2 said weapons, but still frustrating one to give out considering the great start they had. The opening kill, knew they were down lower, but they're setting some absolutely insane shots. Vitality bring it back. RPK from the bomb plant position. How he killed that player towards ramp, I'll never know. It looked like Rickeh had him dead to rights. There's Rickeh with the first. But this was a shot from Alex. That was brilliant. He took on the AWP there.
Yeah, that was critical, wasn't it?
Indeed.
I don't know. There was a lot to try and cover in that round. That was fights happening absolutely everywhere. You're right, Henry. Though they do put together a buy in spite of the fact that it was kind of close.
Yeah, that's why they save it. They're looking at the bigger picture. Probably not going to win that round. If you save these weapons, you actually have a buy going forward. So yeah. Not the most satisfying, but sometimes it's going to be done. I assume so. There's a wallbang at least. I think it's through the door towards, through the edge of the door towards main entrance, I assume. But dephh pulls it back. He's had a great showing today.
Yep. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, and like honestly, not just getting the kills, but then doing the in-game leading as well.
You're right. He hasn't seemed to have dropped off in terms of form. Like I haven't noticed anything different in his play. If anything, it's just been a good day for him, I would say. So Complexity narrowly missing out on the first map.
Now, what is Apex doing? I've heard less screaming. That's disappointing. But he's made his way onto the garage.
It hasn't been the same sort of electrifying game as Dust2. Like Dust2 just brings out the best in everyone, I think, in that department. RPK seems to be enjoying himself, though. He'll take down the aforementioned dephh.
Oh, Apex, if he sneaks up, but that's what they're waiting for. They're just all waiting for Apex, right? I'm pretty sure about it. Yeah. He's getting the sneak in. ShahZaM, not seeing anyone. Oh, he does get Alex, and now Apex gets caught. What? Oh, it's right at the end, isn't it? If he'd made his way around the corner, all those people waiting down on the low ground would have run right onto the bomb site. It would have been perfect. It might not be over yet, though. A little bit of trouble planting that bomb. RPK and ZywOo have to hold on to this one. And if they steal this round away, that would be massive. ZywOo gets one. Amazing follow-up, but up on the high ground. He misses a chance, but ShahZaM is left. And now it's a one-on-one. Smoke goes up. ZywOo on the other side. He's got the pistol out instead of the AWP, hiding inside of the smoke.
I love it.
Nobody knows where they are. He's going to try and give you the sniper out. ZywOo double orb into a knife to steal that round.
That's such a sick play from ZywOo. I was waiting for one of those from him. In this game, on Nuke, I should say, plenty on Dust too, and there it is. He delivers two great shots to the AWP. Like you thought the third was locked in. He missed that one, but makes up for it. Really intelligent play. He saw the smoke coming in, uses smoke to actually get close to the bomb, sits in it, waits for the flashbang, and once he knows where it's planted, a couple of slashes, nails both of them, and job done. Final round, pistols again. So Complexity take it 8-7.
That was a sort of you're locked in here with me kind of moment.
Exactly. That's a good way of putting it. So, like I said, pistols have been very good for Complexity. Like, they're probably going to win this one, no problem. There's the first.
Oh. Using all the bullets on the walls?
Yeah, why not?
Could have been a follow-up there, but it looks like Vitality have been immunized against the pistols.
Yeah, finally. I think that if they win this game, I feel like they definitely need to have a chat about how they're operating on the T side when they're up against Ecos. It seems like they throw all strategy out the window and just default flat out across the map and get picked off. There it is, 9-6, I beg your pardon. It's Vitality with the lead. Will they be able to find the 2-0 and call it a night? You'll have to find out after this break.
Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen, coming back with a close-up there of RPK, who had a really tremendous round there with the P250 in the first half. Now, second half going to be coming up. We've got Vitality and Complexity playing, and it's the second map here in the best of three, but you never know how this could unfold.
Absolutely true. Pistol round holds a lot of weight behind it. Vitality up 9-6, but now they're on the CT side, so that does suggest their T campaign was very good indeed. They win the pistol. I would say they're locked in with this 2-0, but it's never normally that simple. I can say what should happen doesn't necessarily equate to what will actually happen. Alex detects a few towards ramp, as we said. As soon as you spot that information, you fall down. But in the meanwhile, there's a couple of kills there for Complexity. dephh and Rickeh chiming in. RPK pulls one back. He'll drop dephh. And there's a massive advantage here for Complexity. They're heading back towards up. ZywOo's not ready for it. He can't recover in time. He gets one. RPK is going to have to do something tremendous at this point. He pushes in towards lobby, going for the backstab. He'll make his way towards Hut. Alex is up the vents. And he spotted one. RPK can't find the shot just yet. Alex certainly can. Both players on the bomb site. RPK finds the first. ShahZaM in the 1-versus-1 against Alex here. No players have utility at all. Alex gets himself in the hut. The battle begins at this point, but ShahZaM is clinical. He'll take the head off of Alex and find Complexity a must-win pistol. That is huge, Anders.
Do you get sort of an urge, Henry, to say ShahZaM instead of... Is that just me?
Maybe just you. It didn't cross my mind just then.
Well,
but I do like it.
Now that I've said it, now you won't be able to stop thinking about it. It's been really haunting me for years.
I don't think I'll get to that level, but
I wake up in the night and I just think, I should need to do it.
ShahZaM. Force right from the CTs, just to know.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Oh dear. Okay, what's happened? What is happening? There's kills everywhere, and Apex has brought it to a 2-on-2.
Can we get replays already? Apex pushing back in and gets taken down by dephh. I absolutely have no idea what just happened.
They just collapsed towards a lobby.
I feel like it's our job as well, Henry, to try and figure out what's going on, but...
He needs to get that MP7, I would say. At least an upgraded pistol. That
round started with a team kill.
Yeah, it was all sorts of crazy.
Don't get many team kill entries these days.
Well, ZywOo doesn't have armor, but he does have a chance. He smoked off the bomb, and he knows that smoke's going to cause some complications for the T side, so he's not going to sit there and watch the bomb itself. Oh, this is smart. They're going to assume he's ramper, and they might just rush in towards upper here. What's their play?
They got so much time.
They're going outside? Okay, difficult to tell the extra. They are going outside. ZywOo will hear this over from his position, but they are walking at this stage, so good work by them to slow things right down. Now you've lost track of ZywOo completely.
Yeah, they really have no idea. If they come back through mini, he could be in a great position. He has a Molotov, so...
Oh, he might have owned this. Oh, they went for main entrance. I think he had it done, but...
So
they have to go upper at least. That's something.
They're going to have low time, that Molotov. If he's down here, if they only have 10 seconds and he Molotov's behind it, there are some options here. No! He's going to do that. That will give a little bit away. They might hear that.
They can't go lower anymore.
Since I know they can't. He's got the scout.
Oh,
no! He's back out.
So much potential.
Oh, the timing.
Yeah, he did a really good job to even get in that position. They had no idea. It's not like he did anything wrong. He had no idea. That was a clean team kill.
Maybe
that was a legit team kill.
Hold on, can we see that again?
Can we have another replay of that?
I think he was getting blocked by him, and he said, "Get out the way," you know.
Just domed him. All right. Well, it's going to be 9-9. This is the eco. 4 AGs. I'm not that excited about them. Like Inferno, sure. Like outside Nuke, you maybe get one. But then, because they know 4 of you are there, they're just going to spray you all down straight after.
You don't see it work very often, it's true. But it's sort of it's like, buying those lottery tickets again, Henry. Sure, you're not going to win. It won't happen. But
sure. It's like, you never know. There's always a chance.
Okay. So far, the grenades have done 3, 4, and 8 damage to different players. So we're working with something.
Not much, but something.
One step at a time and all that. All the things people say. Got 1 grenade left. And sick. Just thinking its way all the way through. Could be dangerous even against the USP. In fact, it is.
Yeah, that's not the best, but fine. Still, they're going to win the round regardless, I would say.
Be careful, Henry.
Yeah, no, I'm going to put myself out there and say this is a lock-in.
Okay. Let's just find out. Rickeh going to get overrun now. Oh, but does a good job. Apex with one more. And here's some heavy breathing happening on the other side. Obo, though, he might have your back here. He's got the quad kill. He's thinking about you right now, Henry. He wants to make sure you're doing well. Alex, on the other hand, that's going to be one. And the saved HE going to land right on top.
Oh, no! That would have killed him, I think. Maybe not quite, but he's got a chance here. Mac 10. Oh, it's enough. They've won it. I'll take it all back. I hate myself.
You can't take it back, Henry.
I can't.
We've got it on the replay.
Oh,
Can we get a replay?
No, replay operator, delete it, please. don't let me down like this. Not the full eco victory. No, not the HEs and the USPs.
I can't believe it.
It hurts me more than it does hurt them, I think. I even announced. I'm putting myself out there. It's going to be a win.
That's just absolutely amazing.
And it's actually happened. Well, to be fair, Complexity, they probably deserve one of those. Like, they gave out, 3 eco victories in the first half, so it's about time. Maybe they can respond. We'll see.
I really can't believe it. I'm expecting some news story sites to pick this up. Famous Counter-Strike caster, is shown to be horribly inept.
Doesn't know what's going on. Suggested this round.
I love, one of those, candid shots of you, in private. They're taking it through your window and it says, Henry G exposed. Just full-on tabloid.
I just knew as soon as that kill from the BT50 came, and I was like, oh, here we go. Here it comes.
Maybe they could bring it back, though. Maybe it's not over yet.
Yeah, this will cancel it out, right? If they win this
no, it's not going to cancel it out, Henry.
All right, fair enough.
But I appreciate you trying anyway. I think
you got to try every trick in the book.
Yeah, got to get that done. Smoke is up, 4 versus 3 still, and Vitality. Oh, that's very clean for Apex. But he does go down to Obo's
he likes
second
it dirty
kill.
as well.
He does apparently. I was hoping we'd get all the. Oh, okay. Hello.
I thought the second was about to connect. That would have been so nuts. Lovely first shot, and unfortunately doesn't work out for them. That was the eco, though. They do have enough to buy. We should say that. Vitality. Oof. They had a rough one yesterday. Looking to bounce back and book themselves a place in the playoffs. They're in a good position to do so. Complexity are closing the gap somewhat, but remember they're mapped down on the US side. Vitality, 11-8 lead on the CT forces as well. All signs point to them getting the 2-0, but the way the games have gone today, who the hell knows?
Yeah, I feel like it's becoming very hard to predict really anything about what's going on. There's so many upsets. Complexity, winning earlier in the day, that in itself was truly crazy. Taking down MIBR. And then obviously Furia taking down Charles. That might just be... It's almost too much to even think about. But it did happen, and if you missed that game, you must go back and watch it. Great position for RPK, even repositioning a bit, now following off. Oh, that's dangerous. The bomb is picked up again, and now we've got a 3-on-3, missing the ladder a little bit there. They got to be careful. There are a couple of grenades here, but they're just rushing in. No care at all in the world. Charging all the way up on the rafters, and they did not expect it. Now dephh down at low ground, picks up one and tries to continue, but it won't happen. He did get the triple, but they're going to lose the round here. Alex with the double, switching out for the AWP and goes to defuse the bomb. That's 12 rounds on the board now for Vitality.
Comes right down to the wire, but Vitality win another very important round, that's for sure. And it's going to be 12-8 now. Money not really there for Complexity either. It's going to have to be another partial buy. I would say hero okay for dephh might be the correct call here. Some Deagle's armor, 1 AK. That's what I'd be leaning towards right now.
Yeah, well, they've put the pressure on Vitality's economy, right? So now's the time, probably. I would agree.
Scouts for dephh instead. And a Mac 10 for Sick. Suggests something quite fast here. Gonna be shooting out the windows.
Do you remember when Snacks figured out how to throw that smoke from T-spawn?
Yes, it was
to heaven. I don't think you can do it anymore. I tried for 5 hours.
Good use of your time.
Excellent. Didn't even get it. Oh, Sick, he's down. Oh, but he's going to get caught. NBK. That's when you know a team's communicating pretty well. That's a heads-up play right there, and they're all going to get shut down. If the bomb goes down, it's just so different, because then you have to try and get to B while not knowing how many Ts are left behind that you have to sort of worry about. So that bomb plant's actually pretty critical.
So is the situation generally for Complexity. You're going to be 13-8 down after this one. T-side, they will have money. But this round is an absolute non-starter for them. dephh going down momentarily. And now just Rickeh. Great pistols, but ZywOo too fast for him. 13-8, as I said. Money's there.
Yeah.
But there's a buy in hand for Vitality as well. So difficult times ahead for Complexity.
Truly, they're 3 rounds away from losing the map here and obviously getting knocked out, which would put Vitality on. Who would they be facing tomorrow? I can't figure it out.
Who's left? North, NRG,
Furia, obviously.
Furia. Anyone else?
That's it, 3. Right? So we need 2 semifinals, so I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
With Vitality too.
Yeah, there you go.
I think we figured it out.
We worked it out. Yeah,
huge job. Logic and reasoning to get our way there. I'm kind of proud of the fact that we did that.
Yeah, that wasn't bad. To be honest, like, I suck at that stuff. My short-term memory is so bad. So when everyone asks me, oh, what happened in this morning's game? It's like, oh.
Hold on.
let me check. I casted that one, right? Yeah, I can't remember. Anyway, outside we go. 4 players there for Complexity. Apex with the shuttle grenade and actually gets a kill through the smoke. If he survives, that's a great pick. Nice shot from Obo as well. He really is showing us the skill he possesses. 19 kills at the very top of the scoreboard. More frags than he does have years under his belt.
Yeah, it's true, isn't it? It'll be true for probably for a while, I guess. He's going to build his way up there. Yeah, it's great. Seeing him already at sort of this stage, I think is crazy. Like, what that will do for his career, just in terms of the experience, like getting it this early on, like feeling out the whole atmosphere, it's pretty much invaluable. Now, 4 versus 4 at 33 seconds. Astralis on this map did cut the clock very low a couple of rounds, and I was kind of freaking out about that. I'm also freaking out a little bit here for Complexity. The bomb is making its way back. It just made its way up into the yard at 20 seconds. This is kind of an all or nothing right here. If they get stopped at any moment getting in here, it's going to get real rough. dephh is on the high ground. He's going to get that kill on Apex, but he did take ShahZaM with him before, so maybe a second late. Now 11 seconds. Rickeh going to try and make his way around. There's NBK, but they must put that bomb down. ZywOo in a 1 versus 2. Flick on 1, gets the deagle shot, and it's so close. There are no grenades on him. That's a big deal. If you could have picked up like anything on the ground here, that would have really made a difference. Now it is dephh up there, and ZywOo taps the bomb a single time. dephh wants to go for the peak, just his head, Jordan.
Oh, he wasn't
it's
sure.
So close, isn't it? Still being faked out, and that's the shot. He is so quick with it, and that's going to be round number 14 here.
ZywOo waiting for him to make a mistake. He knows he puts the fear of God in everyone in a 1v1, and he's like, if I touch this bomb, you're going to face. So you're too scared. And I thought dephh would maybe play with him a little bit. He's been great in the clutches today, but apparently not. It's going to be 14-8 now.
Well, also, nobody wants to be the guy who's holding upper as the bomb gets defused in front of you.
That's a good point, yeah. No one wants that responsibility, the full defuse, and you didn't even challenge, just like, oh.
I think somebody said device punched his monitor earlier when that happened on Nuke game.
Oh, really?
I didn't catch that, but
I didn't catch it either.
Maybe we get a replay, Henry. One last replay. 14-8. 23rd round here. Pretty good timing on the smoke. Are they going to try and come through anyway? dephh taking a lot of damage and eventually gets grenaded down. ZywOo gets the leg shot on Obo in spite of being completely blind. Oh, the grenade is... Oh, he does actually dodge it. It takes a little bit of damage, and ZywOo's going to get finally run down. Alex down here with the orb. It's just a full-on rush here. They're just never going to stop, it seems. Alex does his best, and the follow-up from Apex is beautiful as well. They're doing this Vitality. They're really doing a good job.
This was the haymaker. This is the knockout punch. Rickeh will have such a little chance of doing it. I'm not saying this one's impossible, but
go on, Henry,
it's not far from it. I'll say that much. He'll have to do something incredible. He challenges, down he goes. It's 7 series points now for Vitality. As we head into round number 24, could be the last round. No plan there. Money's going to be incredibly thin. Mac 10 to come out. That's in the hands of Sick.
That's Mac 10s with a K.
Is it?
Very inside, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh god, yes.
There's only three people in the world.
That in-joke you just made even took me a while to get there, and sure, that just shows you how tenuous that really is. The in-joke I think Jason know about, yeah, you've dropped out of the broadcast. Anyway, the upper rush, the desperate last attempt, RPK looking to send them home. It's a back and forth affair at least, but MBK maintains the advantage. Bomb down, I think we're out of here. dephh to clutch it out, not gonna happen. 16-8, so Vitality have booked themselves a place in the playoffs. Commiseration to complexity. They came here with a new player, a new in-game leader, and they've shown the world that they can compete. They can keep up with the big boys. It's gonna take some time, but,
yes.
but they're a scary squad. They've got a lot of talent there.
Yeah, build the depth in the map pool, right? Like, make sure you get more maps in there so you have a better pick in a best of 3. That's definitely huge. But again, thinking about what this team has been through overall, it's kind of crazy that they're sort of keeping the line and still on the rails. So yeah, I'm super impressed by complexity in this tournament. I did not expect them to